going to remind you that my remarks are mine alone, not necessarily those of the Commission, the Commissioners, or the staff. When we at the SEC see that kind of economic transaction, it's easy for us to apply the Supreme Court's investment contract test, first announced over 70 years ago in the SEC versus Howey case. That test requires that there be an investment of money in a common enterprise with an expectation of profits derived from the efforts of others. Pretty straightforward. I think it's important to think about the facts of Howey. In that case, a hotel operator in Florida sold interests in a citrus grove to its guests and claimed it was selling real estate, not securities. While the transaction was labeled a real estate sale, it also included a service contract that would allow Howey and the Hills Service Company to cultivate and harvest the oranges on behalf of the purchasers. In looking at that, the Supreme Court saw a security, and they stressed, form is disregarded for substance. The emphasis is placed on economic realities. Returning to ICOs that we are seeing, strictly speaking, the token, the coin, whatever the digital information packet is being called, all by itself, we don't think is a security, just as oranges in the Howey case were not securities. Central to determining whether a security is being offered, however, is how it's being sold and the reasonable expectation of purchasers. The Howey and the Gary Plastic case reasoning applies to digital assets. So this points to the way, in some ways, also how a transaction might not represent a securities offering. If the network on which the token or coin is to function is sufficiently decentralized and the purchasers no longer have a reasonable expectation that a person or a group is going to carry out essential managerial or entrepreneurial efforts, those assets might not represent an investment contract. So when I look at Bitcoin today, I don't see a central third party whose efforts are a key factor in determining the success of that enterprise. The network on which Bitcoin functions is operational, appears to have been decentralized for some time, perhaps from inception.